this is Captain Chaudhari in my series of videos on astronomical navigation, marine astronomical navigation. Today I'm going to talk about Venus, and it's a very interesting topic. Why Venus sometimes appears only in the morning skies, and at other time why the Venus appears only in the evening skies. Sometimes they say in a slightly loose language they say Venus the morning star, Venus the evening star. What is the secret behind it? Let's try and understand. Right. So let us say here you have the Sun, and then you have the orbit of Venus around the Sun, and then this is the orbit of Earth. Let's say Earth is in this position. Okay, now here is the Earth. Don't go by the size. Proportion is very odd. I've shown Earth much bigger than the Sun. In truth, the story is something different. Now, this is the orbit of Venus. I have shown the Venus on easterly elongation because from the direction of the Sun, if I want to look at the Venus, I need to go anti-clockwise. Right? That's why the Venus is on easterly elongation. Easterly means anti-clockwise, as you see from top, as you see from north of everything. Now, suppose there is an observer who's looking at or experiencing the sunrise. It means that the observer is standing here, right? And let's say roughly, probably for observer, this is 6 o'clock in the morning because he's looking at the sunrise, because the Earth is going to spin like this, and this is probably this is the kind of celestial sphere around the Earth, and this is observer's zenith. So we may understand that when the Earth spins, the Earth will spin along with the observer, his zenith, and his rational horizon. So what he's experiencing is the rational horizon has the Sun on it, and the Earth is spinning so that this observer will find the Sun rising. He will find that the Sun is rising in east. And while the Sun is rising in east, it is after some time that he is going to have the Venus rising for him. But while the Sun has already risen, it is daylight, and that is the reason when the observer comes here, he will not be able to see the Venus. He will not be able to see the Venus, which means that in the morning skies, it is not possible to see the Venus, because the Venus will rise only much later than the sunrise, and it is bright enough and you won't be able to see the Venus. This happens when the Venus is on easterly elongation. Now let us talk about the sunset, right? And let us assume that the observer is here. When the observer is here and his rational horizon is over here, what he is experiencing, and the Earth is spinning this way, it means that he is experiencing the sunset. Very soon the rational horizon will have Sun below the level of rational horizon. And after some time, when the observer reaches here, technically the observer is experiencing the setting of Venus. It means that after sunset, this observer has chance to see the Venus in the evening skies. Because let's say when the observer was here, he is experiencing the Sun to be setting, and after sunset he would experience the darkness, the twilights and the darkness, and in the darkness the observer will be, while he travels from here to here, he will be able to see the Venus, and it is in this position of the observer that he will see the setting of Venus. That means he is looking at the Venus in the evening sky. After sunset, he has a chance to see the Venus. So when the Venus is in easterly elongation, Venus is an evening planet, or in loose language we say Venus becomes an evening star, right? And in the morning it is not possible to look at the Venus, because after Sun rises, there is brightness, and thereafter if Venus rises, you have no chance to see the Venus. Of course, as a mariner, as a navigator, you should try to see the Venus in the morning skies or evening skies during daytime, right? During daytime, why I say during daytime, because when the Venus is very close to sun, it is not really possible to look at the Venus in daytime. But there might be a suitable time in some part of the year. You should refer to the nautical almanac. You must refer to the nautical almanac, the planetary diagrams, to find out when would it be suitable to see the Venus in the morning skies and in the evening skies, and when would it be suitable to see the Venus in daytime. As a mariner, if you don't see the Venus in daytime, that means you have not done your job. We may also study the Venus in westerly elongation, and let us see what happens when the Venus is in westerly elongation. Let's say Venus is here, the westerly elongation, and let us say while the Earth, while spinning, the Venus is seen rising. Now, with the rational horizon in line with the Venus, it is the rising of Venus, and you can see the sun is, if the observer is here, if zenith is here, the sun is still below horizon. If the sun is still below horizon, that means it is dark. And it is dark and the Venus is rising, right? And after some times it's going to be sunrise. That means it is the darkness of the morning. That means the Venus is a morning star. Westerly elongation, and it is the AM planet, right? Because after some time when the observer comes here, he'll find the sun rising. Now what happens in the evening skies? In the evening skies, what will happen is, as the rational horizon, observer's rational horizon is in line with the Venus and the Earth is spinning this way, what happens is the Venus is going to go below the observer's rational horizon, but sun is still in the sky, right? After some, that means we are talking about the evening hours, like when the observer is here, he finds the Venus setting, right? And Venus is setting in the daytime. You will not notice it because it is quite bright. And after some times when the observer comes here, it is the sun that is setting, and thereafter is going to be darkness. So the only chance which you had to see the Venus was before the sunset, and before the sunset the sky was too bright. You could not see the Venus. So in the westerly elongation, in the evening time, you won't see the Venus. With westerly elongation, in the morning time, you can see the Venus as morning planet or morning star.